Hello everyone, my name is Hari Prasad and I'm a student of BE Honors Economics. And this vlog is regarding education, education of organized crime, how they operate, what is organized crime, how it works, and what are the significance for us in everyday lives, and what happens to a country when there is a lot of organized crime in it, what happens to the economy where there is a lot of organized crime, what happens to the community, the governance structures, and different aspects of human and life which is hampered by these things due to organized crime. So in this video, I'm going to explain you all those perceptions and ideas that what happens towards people who don't realize, or the countries that don't realize how to deal with organized crimes and they fail. So let's begin. So the first thing is, organized crime refers to a group of individuals who engage in illegal activities on a regular basis with the aim of making a profit. Now these can be from your negligible stance of small gangsters, street level gangsters, to a large group of people who are organized in such a way that they deal money in different countrywide scenarios. These activities can indulge in drug trafficking, human trafficking, money laundering, extortion, and racketeering, among others. Organized crime groups are typically well organized, with clear hierarchies and divisions of labor, and they often use violence and intimidation to maintain power. So just as we have seen in many different movie series and whatnot, we heard in news and articles and whatnot that these people work in these structures such that they can operate widely on a large group of area, such that they can have their threat over these people. So what does that tell you? That tell you that these things are not just on a very negligible stance, or these are not small minuscule numbers. These can be of large heavy numbers and massive scales of operations. So these also give you idea that how they run their finances and their trafficking works. The working of organized crimes are complex and multifaceted. These groups often operate in a clandestine manner, using secret codes, encrypted communication channels to avoid detection by law enforcement agencies, and they use variety of tactics to evade prosecution, such as bribing officials or intimidating witnesses. This happens on a very normal basis in the law, as we can see. Organized crime groups can have a significant impact on the society, both in terms of the harm they cause to the communities and on the negative impacts on the economy. The harm caused by the organized crime can include violence, corruption, and the spread of illegal substances like drugs and other things. And such illicit activities of different murders and charges of people all around. These groups also undermine the rule of law and erode public trust in the government institutions. There are a number of solutions that have been proposed to address the problem of organized crime. One approach is increasing law enforcement efforts. Now, see, law enforcement efforts can be increased, but due to the advancement in the nature of technology, we as law enforcement agencies also need to appeal on that process, but that's very slow because government operates on a snail basis. Now, this can be done through increasing funding of law enforcement agencies, agreed, as well as improved training and coordination among different agencies. Now, these are all the writings that I have got from the different websites and some of my own appeals, some of my own ideas. Now, another approach, which is mine, okay, this one is mine, is to focus on prevention efforts, such as education and outreach of programs. Now, government has been indulging in different education programs, but it is not up to the standard that we want. It is not up to the ideal scenarios that people can adhere to or people can agree to. So, we need to improve our standards on such case. So, how can we do that? How can we reduce such inequalities of social exclusiveness? We can reduce that by going on the root causes, which is poverty, inequality, social exclusion, and involving is job training programs. Educational institutions should be enhanced. Now, we as society, we need to enhance our education institutions. We still to this date have very low standards of education. We are still preaching what was taught in 1980s, 1970s, or 60s maybe. Now we need to improve on those things, not just in technology or not just in science, but in every single aspect, the economical aspects, the theory, the research works. Everything needs to be improved such that society can enhance their thinking process in that same instance. This can be of advancing accountability in the government institutions, greater transparency. The RTI Act, that works, but it still can have a lot of upgrades. In conclusion, organized crime is a complex and multifaceted problem that requires a comprehensive approach to address. This includes increased law enforcement efforts, prevention programs, and addressing the root causes of these activities. By working together, we can reduce the harm caused by organized crime to a greater and safer and more just society for all. Thank you for listening, and I hope you got enlightenment through this knowledge. Meet you in the next vlog or video.